Hello and welcome to today's devotion. We'll be looking at the book of Galatians, chapter 1, the entire chapter. And here Paul is pretty much introducing his letter, and he already starts off quite sternly. I'm so surprised that you so quickly ventured away from the true gospel into a lying belief. The context here basically is that Christianity started in Israel, specifically in Jerusalem, and Jews were becoming Christians slowly by slowly. From Jesus onward, Jews were becoming Christians. Then the message was spread throughout all the world. You can know about this by just looking at Matthew chapter 28, where Jesus tells the apostles and his early disciples, go and spread this message to Israel, Judea, Samaria, and to all the nations, to all the world. And then you were getting just as many non-Jewish Christians as you were getting Jewish Christians. What would happen is the Jewish Christians who prior to becoming Christians would observe the law, namely they would get circumcised, they would only eat food that was kosher, and they would obey the Sabbath, ensuring that no work is being done on the seventh day. They were going to these non-Jewish areas, Galatia, and they were telling the churches in Galatia that they needed to follow those practices. Specifically, they needed to get circumcised. And then Paul makes a note and he says, if anyone tells you a gospel that is contrary to what you have learned, to what was given to you originally, let him be accursed. And I guess one question that you could ask then is, well, what was the gospel that they were given originally? Well, Paul was the one that was involved as a missionary to go to Galatia and bring the gospel to them. And if you read the book of Ephesians chapter 1, you can see a very decent summary of the gospel message that he is spreading across the non-Jewish areas. And it's this, that those who put their faith in Jesus, and only through faith exclusively, are you then regarded as a son? And it's more than just saying, oh, son and daughter. Yes, both men and women are regarded as son and daughters, but here we are regarded as sons because during those times it was a son that will receive the full inheritance. So both us, men and women, we receive the full inheritance of God. We are regarded as righteous and our trespasses have been forgiven. And we have the power of God, namely Jesus Christ, who God raised from the dead, placed him above everything, and put him as head over all things given to the church. That by faith alone do we have. So reject any notion that any work that you do, your frequent visit to church every week, the fact that you read your Bible every day, or the fact that you get up early to pray, all of those things do not determine your identity. Back before Christ, during the kind of Jewish covenant, getting yourself circumcised determined your identity as a Jewish follower, part of the children of God. But that's not the case. Through faith alone is our identity established. So take that burden off your shoulder and thank God that this is an opportunity now for us to just give him all of our anxieties, all of our issues, all of our works, and just say, wow, because I believe you're going to help me through this, I don't need to do anything else. Because I believe I'm regarded as a son and I will have the full inheritance. Because of your spirit, I believe, and now I am free from sin and death for eternity. That is our identity as Christians. And if anybody tells you anything contrary to that message, let them be accursed. Be blessed. Speak soon.